Good evening, everyone. I deem it a great privilege to extend a cordial welcome to the fourth edition of Open Mic, a battle of oratory skills, a captivating series of virtual sessions organized by the Takshila Educational Society. This platform stands as a beacon for cultivation of critical thinking, self-expression, logical reasoning, and the art of persuasion, fostering a profound understanding of our world and the challenges it presents. I extend a heartfelt welcome to our attentive audience, esteemed judges, dedicated teachers, erudite students, and of course, our remarkably perceptive participants, marking the culmination of this highly anticipated virtual event of the year. We gather here for Open Mic, a forum designed to channel and showcase the fervor of our exceptionally talented young orators. At Delhi Public School, we are committed to providing opportunities for our students to refine their skills in public speaking. And Takshila Open Mic stands testament to this commitment. As we embark on the final day of this enriching three-day event, it brings me immense joy to present the highlight of today's proceedings, the debate competition. On this stage, students from class 9 to 12, representing Delhi Public School branches in Patna, Pune, Ludhiana, and Coimbatore, will eloquently propose and vehemently oppose the motion, "Technology has changed the way young people spend leisure." This promises to be a thought-provoking discourse, and we eagerly anticipate the insightful perspectives that our young debaters will bring to the forefront. Once again, welcome to Open Mic, where the power of words takes center stage in shaping the minds of tomorrow. To assess the eloquence of our skilled wordsmiths, we are privileged to have an eminent panel of experts from the realms of language and literature. Allow me to introduce Ms. Chirishri Das Gupta, an associate professor at Jawaharlal Nehru University. Her profound expertise lies in the political economy of institutions, with a specific focus on the impact of law on trade, finance, and industrialization in India. Noteworthy contributions to esteemed journals and authorship of State and Capital in Independent India, Institutions and Accumulations, underscore her deep understanding of the subject matter. Let us extend a warm welcome to Ms. Gupta, bringing her wealth of knowledge to our debate forum. And joining her on the panel is the accomplished Ms. Gurjeet Kaur. Armed with a postgraduate degree in English and a diploma in computer applications and e-commerce, Ms. Kaur brings a wealth of experience. Having served as an instructional designer with Delta in New Delhi, head of Department of English at Shamrock School, Chandigarh, and currently holding the position of Facilitator of English at Satpal Mittal School, she brings a compassionate and well-rounded approach to education. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Ms. Kaur, enriching our esteemed panel with her diverse expertise. A hearty welcome is also extended to Mrs. Usha Uday Shankar, who boasts over 3 decades of corporate experience in the Middle East, serving as an executive assistant to Chief Financial Officer within a diverse organization. Since January 2004, she has been a dedicated Toastmaster, achieving the prestigious title of Distinguished Toastmaster twice. Mrs. Uday Shankar generously devotes her time to mentoring new members of her club, with interest extending to reading and music. Our next distinguished judge, Mr. R.N. Raja Ravi Shankar, holds an MPhil in English Literature and brings over 15 years of teaching experience to our esteemed panel. As a certified British Council trainer and a published researcher, his expertise transcends the boundaries of academia. Please join me in warmly welcoming Mr. Raja Ravi Shankar to our esteemed panel. I extend a genial welcome to all our illustrious judges, whose collective knowledge and experience promise to enrich our debate proceedings. Before we get to have a good discernment of the rules of the debate competition, I need to mention that the order in which the teams will speak and who interjects which team has been decided through a draw of lots earlier. And the rules of the event are: each speaker for and against the motion will get 3 minutes to present his or her view. The interjector will get 1 minute to interject each speaker from a particular team. And both question and answer will have to be over within that minute. So short, pithy questions from the interjectors and no counter questions, but crisp answers from the respondents are encouraged. We are now all set to debate on the floor of the House on the motion, technology has changed the way young people spend leisure. And I invite the first speaker, code F01, to present her arguments for the motion. Code F01.
Good evening, honorable members of the jury, esteemed audience, and my worthy opponents. I, Code F01, will be speaking in favor of the motion. Today, I stand before you to discuss a profound transformation that has reshaped the very fabric of our society. The way technology has revolutionized the leisure time of young people. First and foremost, the rise of smartphones, tablets, and computers has brought about a seismic shift in how students entertain themselves. The allure of these digital realms has redefined the landscape of leisure, providing a plethora of options at the touch of a screen. The traditional television schedule no longer dictates the viewing habits. Instead, young people can access a vast array of content on demand, tailoring their leisure time to fit their preferences and their schedules. According to a recent survey, adolescents dedicated approximately 7 hours and 22 minutes, 7 hours and 22 minutes daily to screen-based entertainment. And it's clear that technology plays a substantial role in shaping the leisure pursuits of young people. Secondly, education. Students currently enjoy unparalleled access to educational materials and online courses in their leisure hours. The conventional demarcation between study and recreation has become less distinct, enabling students to participate in intellectually stimulating pursuits beyond the conventional classroom setting. Thirdly, socialization. Another crucial aspect of young people's life has also undergone a profound transformation. Social media platforms and online gaming communities have become virtual gathering places, fostering friendship and shared experiences. For instance, let's consider online gaming. Online gaming has evolved beyond just entertainment. It has become a social activity. Multiplayer games provide a virtual environment where students can collaborate, compete, and also build friendship. It has been reported that 65% of adults and 70% of those under 18 play video games. In conclusion, the impact of technology on the way we spend our leisure time is unmistakable. We now find ourselves navigating a digital leisure where the choices are diverse, personalized, and often extend beyond traditional realms. So here's to savoring the richness of our digital leisure, where every swipe, every click, and every share contributes to a life of when with moments that are uniquely ours. Thank you.
And now to interject F01, I invite code I01. Code I01.
Good evening, honorable jury and esteemed judges. I am code I01 and my question is to code F01. In your perspective, how has technology affected certain leisure activities that help in personal as well as skill development and have been prevalent since centuries, like reading, playing games, or working out, to name a few, as these activities have remained greatly unchanged.
Thank you, Director, for pointing that out. That is a truly intriguing question. But let's take the example of reading a hard copy book. After the last page of every hard copy book has a mail or a link to be visited, and that is done through technology. Or let's consider fitness. Fitness usually involves music, and that is again technology. I would say the traditional technological way is indeed affected by technology. Technology, of course, has influenced us in both negative and positive ways, but it's important to recognize that technology has predominantly evolved for the better and will persist in shaping our lives. I hope that answers your question.
And now, to present her arguments against the motion, I invite Code A01. Code A01.
Good evening, honorable members of the jury, esteemed audience, and my worthy opponents. I am Code A01, here to speak against the motion, technology has changed the way young people spend their leisure time. Leisure time. When we think of leisure time, there are two very specific activities that knocks our mind. One is scrolling endlessly through social media, and the other one is perhaps watching your favorite movie or web series. Is that all when it comes to leisure time? Are we to be confined within this realm to spend our sacred time wherein we find ourselves most relaxed and joyful? Absolutely not. Your leisure time is forever yours to command and yours to savor, and that does not need to be impacted by technology. But yes, technology undoubtedly has a profound influence on your leisure activities. With the rise of smartphones, tablets, and laptops, we have access to unlimited entertainment. But here's the catch. Technology didn't strip us of our agency. We still hold the key to our leisure time kingdom. Technology is a tool, not a master. We still have the power to choose how we want to spend our leisure time. This could further be proven when we talk about outdoor recreational activities. You might laugh at me for pointing out the fact that people still prefer going and playing outdoors when technology is clearly more entertaining. Let's face it, folks. No matter what profound influence technology has upon you, nature shall forever bear a special place in humanity's heart. This can further be proven with a statistics with a survey provided by Outdoor Foundation in Washington. It was told that 74% of young people aged 18 to 24 prefer to have at least one recreational activity per week, with biking, hiking, and camping dominating them. This tells us that technology has not completely taken over the way young people spend their leisure time. Technology hasn't monopolized our free time, it has merely complemented it. Young people today still have the power to choose how they want to spend their leisure time, regardless of the influence of technology. With this, I would like to conclude my argument by reiterating my stand that no, technology has not necessarily changed the way young people spend their leisure time. It is still ours to command and ours to savor. Let us raise a glass to the timeless joy that shall forever remain unplugged. Thank you.
Interjector code I01 to question A01.
Good evening. I am code I01 and my question is for code A01. In the midst of our tech-dominated lives, we are witnessing a rise in technological diseases like the infamous carpal tunnel syndrome, mouse shoulder, and the cervical pain syndrome. All these health issues are seemingly a consequence of our constant interactions with technology. So, how can you make a stand that technology has not taken a toll on the leisure pursuits of the younger generation?
Thank you for pointing that out, interjector. Your point is actually very crucial to be addressed here. But still, I stand by what I say. That technology has not necessarily taken over the way young people spend their leisure time. Technology has its own positives and negatives. But it is crucial for us to understand that technology is merely complementing the way young people spend their leisure time. There are still people who prefer to go by traditional activities to spend their leisure time, even if they are less in number. That itself tells that technology has not taken over the entire arena of leisure activity. Only religious users of technology would get exposed to such phenomena, right? I clearly say that technology has not taken over the way young people spend their leisure time. It is up to us individuals to balance our on-screen and off-screen time. I hope that answers your question.
Here is an invitation for code F02 to take the floor.
Kill, shoot, fire! There is! Right behind you! To your right! Hidden! Oh, sorry. You lost the game. Oh my god. My granny shrieked when she heard her 6-year-old grandson sitting alone with his headphones and yelling. I laughed and told her, relax, granny. It's just a game. Good evening to all present here. My code is F02. As you have just heard, technology has drastically altered how we approach our leisure time. From the advent of the internet to the production of smartphones and social media, technology has transformed our recreational habits. People now have unprecedented access to a wide array of entertainment options at their fingertips. Social media platforms are not only used for communication, but have also become sources of entertainment. Dear judges, today's generation is not the one who plays tippy tippy top. Instead, they make reels, share stories, and create boomerangs. It has enabled us to connect with like minded individuals across the globe. Now, people can watch movies back to back. The music lovers can go for any song album. There are umpteen online games to challenge your reflexes, and cooking has become a passion overnight, all thanks to these digital platforms. We appreciate to pass our time by liking and commenting upon others' posts. If you ask me, watching DIYs is one of the best leisure time activities technology has bestowed upon us. Not only this, such amazing platforms have made us a lot more talented than the past generations. It's the age of YouTubers, vloggers, streamers. Dear opponent, I bet you would have also passed a couple of hours surfing your net, updating your status, or doing online shopping, which proves that this is also the era of e commerce. In the end, I would like to say technology has become deeply integrated into various recreational activities, offering new avenues for entertainment, socialization, and personal expression. As technology continues to advance, we can expect even more innovative ways for people to enjoy their leisure time. Thank you.
Interjector code I02 will now question F02.
Good
Code
evening.
I0.
Good evening. My code is I02 and my question is for F02. According to recent reports, technology is harming the lives of teenagers with developing minds who are misusing technology where their neural rewarding system is being damaged. Is technology really benefiting us or damaging our growth? Is the virtual way of development the correct way of development, or is it just another problematic discovery of our so called modern world?
It depends completely on the personal choice of an individual whether they want to use or misuse technology. Technology has not been imposed on us. Rather, it is there to enhance the overall quality of our free time by diversifying and personalizing our leisure time activities. Thank you.
Now code A02 will get to oppose the motion. Code A02.
Good evening to all present here. My code is A02. As my worthy opponent has just argued that technology has drastically transformed the way people spend their leisure time in the electrifying company of smart gadgets, I contend that the essence of leisure activities remains remarkably unchanged. Suppose there is a match between India and Pakistan. Wouldn't most of us love to watch it live in a stadium? My dear friends, till date, we have this craze. Not only this, going for hikes, having a picnic, playing outdoor sports, or just taking a stroll present us with a sublime joy. These timeless pastimes, deeply ingrained in human nature, persist despite the ubiquity of digital options. No matter how advanced this digital world gets, the value of spending quality time with loved ones cannot be replaced. Dear audience, you might have umpteen online friends, but when that heart to heart tete a tete is required, I can bet you need that one real friend. And of course, a million Zodlin emojis on screen cannot replace a simple cuddle by your sibling. The virtual trips cannot give you that thrill of diving into a pool on a hot summer day, or that one long drive can be far more exciting than scoring points in Candy Crush. My dear adversary, holding a book and turning over the leaflets can bring more solace to the reader than scrolling that cold metallic Kindle. The visceral connection forged in these moments remains unparalleled in the digital landscape. Technology hasn't one bit changed the importance of human connection and the ethereal solace provided by nature. Albert Einstein, the greatest genius of all time, said, I fear the day when technology will surpass human interaction. The world will have a generation of idiots. My learned audience, do you think or admit that we are already there? If not, then believe me that technology has not changed the way young people spend their leisure time. Thank you.
Interjector code I02 to now question A02.
As the world paused during the COVID 19 pandemic, technology stepped up. Technology didn't just support leisure during the pandemic, it became the canvas on which we painted our moments of escape and recreation. Be it sports, reading, drawing, or board games, technology filled in for all. How would any of this even be possible in the absence of technology?
First of all, I would like to mention the fact that leisure activities are a wonderful antithesis from the stress born from spending so much time in the company of technology and not what we define as leisure activities, which is technology. Also, when we sit in the company of technology for so much time, our lower back starts to pain. We have various health issues. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you.
Code F03 to put his views for the motion now. Code F03.
We do not use technology, rather, we live technology. A very good evening to respected jury members and my fellow debaters. Today, I, Code F03, stand in solidarity with the motion of the House, which states that technology has changed the way young people spend their leisure time. Before the internet revolution, leisure lovers had limited choices reading, sports, arts and crafts, or hanging out with friends. However, technology has provided a plethora of opportunities ranging from scrolling social media to online gaming. And how can we forget the new cosmos being created with the help of virtual and augmented reality? Saying no to digital leisurely pursuits is like putting the clock back. Can we really afford this? Can we show our backs to technology and still survive? I do not think so. Technology has given us the wings of fire to set alight a global transformation. It has provided a portal to showcase our interests to the whole world. For example, if cooking was your hobby, you could offer a delicious platter only to your friends and family. But now, the whole world can enjoy your mouth watering and finger licking recipes with the help of YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook. My worthy opponents, what else does this show if not technology's role in leisure? My opponents might mention reading. However, ebooks are increasingly growing in popularity, with reports estimating that nearly 40% of the entire reading population uses ebooks. And now we have audiobooks as well. Bloggers have way back replaced manuscripts. Sports too has had its digital avatar in the form of esports. In November 2022, the International Olympic Committee launched an Olympic esports series. The Indian government has also come up with the Esports Federation of India. I am the hero of 1,000 stories, a superhero, a conqueror, and a soldier. I've slain dragons and traveled through portals. I am a Spartan, a commander. I've saved 1,000 worlds and countless more lives. What am I? I am a gamer. Such is the power of technology as it democratizes relaxation, making infotainment accessible to all. This is the world we are going to create, and this is the world we are going to live in. I rest my case. Thank you.
Interjector I03 to pose her queries to F03.
Good evening. My code is I03 and my question is to code F03. How would you advocate against the potential role of technology in contributing to a fast-paced culture where individuals may feel the pressure to constantly stay updated and engaged, which questions the entire essence of leisure time, which is to relax?
Madam Interjector, in mythology, we have the example of a kalp tree, a tree of fulfillment. Any person who sits beneath it can get anything he wants. A hungry person sits beneath it and asks for food, and he gets it. After eating, he thinks, what if a lion comes and attacks me? And the very next moment, a lion comes and attacks him. Technology is just like that tree of fulfillment. It depends on us whether we use technology for beneficial purposes or misuse it. If you feel that technology is being misused, and as you stated, resulting in pressure on people, then don't you think it is our duty as users and society as a whole to prevent the misuse of technology and contribute to leisure? Thank you.
To oppose the motion, I invite code A03 to the rostrum. Code A03.
Technology may connect us, but it's in the moments of unplugged leisure that we connect with ourselves. Good evening, esteemed jury and fellow debaters. I, code A03, present my arguments against the motion. Rewiring to where I began, I firmly believe that while technology has become a fundamental part of our lives, traditional leisure activities still hold immense value and continue to shape the lives of young individuals. What is this life if full of care? We have no time to stand and stare. Can you tell me which is the most sought after period in a school? Invariably, the answer is H&P or sports. Have you ever wondered Why? Because sports gives your life structure, discipline, and a genuine, sincere, pure fulfillment that no technological tool can ever provide. Agreed that technology promotes fun learning. Agreed that technology fosters problem solving skills. Agreed that technology cultivates critical thinking and hand eye coordination. But so do non technological pursuits like arts and crafts, dance and music, painting, cycling, swimming, reading and writing all nurture creativity and imagination. Besides promoting a healthy lifestyle, these leisurely pursuits strengthen social bonds and personal growth, allowing young minds to explore, invent, and improvise. Do you know the flowing waters of the river Ganga inspired Ustad Bismillah Khan to improvise and invent ragas that were earlier considered beyond the range of a Shehnai? The Outdoor Recreation Participation Report 2023 states that their participant base grew 2.3% in 2022. In 2021, the growth was at 6.9%. Technology has undoubtedly influenced young people, but for worse. I repeat, for worse. Screen time addiction, poor posture, anxiety, depression, cyberbullying, cognitive blunting, and campus violence are just some of the side effects of the so called digital hobbies. The sheer pleasure, thrill, and romance of playing gilli danda or kabaddi can never be counterbalanced by any of the cutting edge techie tool or app. So expand your horizons, step away from your screens, and let the world become your playground. I rest my case.
Interjector code I03 will now question A03.
My question to code A03 is, do you think technology has played a role in fostering a sense of community and belonging among young people, transcending geographical boundaries in their leisure pursuits?
Thank you for your question, Madam Interjector. I neither question nor deny the rise in technology. All I talk about is a choice that lies in our hands whether to change for the better or for the worse. While an online approach to communication may appear like an easy option, all that it does is add to self isolation and social alienation when the vitality of communication lies in interpersonal relationships and face to face interactions. Talking about our leisure time, it is a decision that we have to make whether we want to continue being exposed to radio frequency radiations that harm us both physically and mentally, or to spend that time in introspection. And as rightly said by Robert Frost, two roads diverged in the Yellow Woods, and I took the one less traveled by. And that has made all the difference. Thank you.
Next to come forward will be code F04 to speak for the motion. Code F04.
Good evening, honorable judges, esteemed audience, and fellow colleagues. Today, I, code F04, shall be presenting my views in favor of the motion. Technology has changed the way young people spend leisure time. According to Aristotle, the end of labor is to gain leisure, and technology doesn't shy away from extending a hand towards ultimate leisure. First of all, we must understand what is leisure time. It is the time when you're not working. You can relax and do the things that you enjoy. And I firmly believe that technology has pervaded the realms of our leisure time. Studies show that young people spend more than a third of their overall leisure time using a device. That is 14 hours per week. Let me tell you, dear friends, leisure time is always less, and it is technology that allows us to gain maximum fulfillment within the minimum time available. And here comes our magic technology, the mobile phone. A merely 6 by 6 inches device helps us to access the whole world that is 510 million square kilometers in surface area. Whether it is Ludo King, Zomato, or Uber Eats, technology has enhanced the quality of our leisure time. Did you know 131 million people use Uber Eats at least once a month? Latest in the line is virtual reality experience, engrossed in the reality of our leisure time. A simple gadget, the headset, can give us ranging experiences, from scuba diving into the depths of the deep sea to jumping off huge mountains, just within a small cabin. My worthy opponents, please be aware that such games come with a no-risk factor, unlike physical adventure activities. To name one, Joypolis in Tokyo gives one of the best VR experiences, but almost every mall now has a gaming zone. Please note that presently there are around 171 million users of virtual reality. And for all the advocates of cricket as an outdoor sport, I hope you know that one of the biggest online cricket gaming apps, Dream 11, started only with 1 million users in 2014, now has 200 million users. Imagine, now we can play cricket indoors. I'd like to ask all of you, when was the last time you made a video call to stay connected with your loved ones? Or scroll through the photo gallery to catch glimpses of those special moments? I know we all do, every day. Data shows that 61% of the world's population uses social media for at least 3 hours every day. In conclusion, undeniably, technology is a boon for mankind, as it has made our lives worth living. It not only helps us enjoy our leisure time effectively, but rejuvenates us physically, mentally, emotionally. Thus, I strongly believe and reiterate that technology has changed the way young people spend leisure time. Thank you. I rest my case here.
Interjector code I04 to now question F04.
Good evening. I am code I04, and my question to F04 is, when considering the transformation of leisure habits by technology, one must scrutinize additional data such as sales figures for books, sports equipment, art materials, etc. Even tourism has seen a massive boom. How can you argue that technology has made a massive impact on people's leisure when businesses catering to offline hobbies and interests are thriving, indicating a demand for traditional leisure pursuits?
Thank you for your question, dear interjector. I am code F04. Let me first tell you, leisure time is not the same for everyone. The definition of leisure time differs from person to person. It is the time when you're not working. You can relax and do the things that you enjoy. And I challenge you to find one person who isn't using a device or technology
We
during
now
their leisure
have
time.
code A04 to oppose.
Greetings, honorable judges and worthy opponents. I, code A04, stand to argue against the motion that technology has changed the way. Greetings, honorable judges and worthy opponents. I, code A04, stand to argue against the motion that technology has changed the way young people spend their leisure time. It's an undeniable fact that technology is integrated in our day-to-day lives. However, just because somebody is attending an online yoga or kathak or even Zumba class for that matter, does not mean that they're not doing that activity. They're simply using technology as a medium for which it is meant. In the ever-evolving landscape of technology, traditional hobbies have stood the test of time, and conventional leisure pursuits like sports still stand as major components in the lives of numerous young individuals. To quote the US Census, 44% of boys and 35% of girls have participated in sports-related activities. Now, I understand sports is not everyone's cup of tea. Nevertheless, we can see students thoroughly engaged in after-school activities for music, painting, dance, and much more.
Let me also remind my worthy opponents who have been going on and on about the increase in seminars and online classes. My dear opponents, we are talking about leisure time here. And seminars and online classes are vital tools for upgradation and simply do not qualify under leisure time. I beg to differ with my worthy opponents when they glorify that people indulge more in OTT platforms, yet we can see an immense decline in such platforms and booming numbers at the box office. After losing nearly 82 million subscribers in 2022, Netflix is battling to regain market share. The world had come to a halt during the pandemic. People were confined in their homes and forced to turn to technology for entertainment. However, that's no longer the case. Now, more than ever, people want to go out, enjoy, and live life once again. We can see this especially in the global tourism industry, which has seen a remarkable surge in recent years. It has been witnessed that 235 million tourists have traveled and only within the first 3 months. Ladies and gentlemen, if given a choice between watching your favorite musical artist on a merely 16:9 screen or to experience the vibrant pulse of the electrical guitars flowing through the air as the crowd's collective energy surged with every beat, I reckon most of you would choose the latter. This is the crucial aspect of leisure, human connection. And this cannot and will not be replaced by technology. With this, I rest my case.
My question to A04 is, how can you convincingly argue against the imperative need for stringent regulation in the digital leisure market, given the escalating risks of exploitative practices with online advertisements and microtransactions? In the face of mounting concerns about the financial well being of young individuals, can you provide a compelling defense against the urgency for ensuring a secure economic landscape for users?
Thank you for your question, dear interjector. The fact is, technology is integrated in our day-to-day lives. However, just because it is doesn't mean that traditional leisure activities have gone extinct. The value of unplugging and reconnecting is vital to our sense of human being. And let's be frank, who wouldn't want to go and catch a movie with their friends? Who wouldn't want to go on a picnic once in a while? Let me also remind you that over 3 million tickets were sold for the Football World Cup final. This proves that people still want to experience the thrill, the adrenaline that comes with experiencing new adventures. Thus, I firmly reiterate my statement that technology will always be used as a slave and never a master. Thank you.
I am extremely sorry. There seems to have been some kind of a technical snag. Let us proceed with the contest. I now invite code A04 to present his arguments against the motion. Code A04.
Greetings, honorable judges and worthy opponents. I, code A04, stand here today to argue against the motion that technology has changed the way young people spend their leisure time. It's an undeniable fact that technology is integrated in our day-to-day lives. However, just because somebody is attending an online yoga or Kathak or even Zumba class for that matter, does not mean that they're not doing that activity. They're simply using technology as a medium for which it is meant. In the ever-evolving landscape of technology, traditional hobbies have stood the test of time, and conventional leisure pursuits like sports still stand as major components in the lives of numerous young individuals. To quote the US Census, 44% of boys and 35% of girls have participated in sports-related activities. Now, I understand sports is not everyone's cup of tea. Nevertheless, we can see students thoroughly engaged in after school activities for music, painting, dance, and much more. Let me also remind my worthy opponents who have been going on about the increase in seminars and online classes. My dear opponents, we are talking about leisure time here, and seminars and online classes are vital tools for upgradation and simply do not qualify under leisure time. I beg to differ with my worthy opponents when they glorify that people indulge more in OTT platforms. Yet we can see an immense decline in such platforms and booming numbers at the box office. After losing nearly 82 million subscribers in 2022, Netflix is battling to regain market share. The world had come to a halt during the pandemic. People were confined in their homes and forced to turn to technology for entertainment. However, that's no longer the case. Now, more than ever, people want to go out, enjoy, and live life once again. We can see this especially in the global tourism industry, which has seen a remarkable surge in recent years. It has been observed that an estimated 235 million tourists have traveled and only within the first 3 months. Ladies and gentlemen, if given a choice between watching your favorite musical artist on a merely 16 by 9 screen or to experience the vibrant pulse of the electrical guitars flowing through the air as the crowd's collective energy surged with every beat, I reckon most of you would choose the latter. This is the crucial aspect of technology, human connection. And this cannot and will not be replaced by technology. Thank you. I rest my case.
Finally, at the end of the competition, I invite interjector code I04 to question A04.
My question to A04 is, if your assertion that technology has not altered how young people spend their leisure time is true, then how can you justify the undeniable phenomenon of FOMO, that is the fear of missing out, among students using social media? How can you maintain your stance that technology lacks a profound impact when the signs of social anxiety and self isolation, particularly among students, is so obvious?
Thank you for your question, dear interjector. The fact is, technology is integrated in our day-to-day lives. While it has undoubtedly enhanced our lives in various ways, the value of unplugging and reconnecting remains priceless. Social media, it has become a reputable career too. And to say that social media is only used for scrolling reels or talking to your friends is way too simplistic. It is used to promote brands, products, and services. Let me point out that over 30% of the accounts on Instagram are inactive, whereas 8% are robots. People still want to experience the thrill, the adrenaline that comes with new adventures. Thus, I firmly reiterate my statement that technology will always be used as a slave and never a master. Thank you.
Knowing what to say is sense. When to say it is intelligence. How to say is wisdom. Why and how to say is enlightenment. To guide and encourage all extraordinarily talented participants, I now invite our esteemed judges to address us all. I call upon Ms. Chirishri Das Gupta to address the virtual gathering. Please, ma'am.
Good evening to everybody present here, the teachers who've so carefully and meticulously groomed the students, as well as the participants who have been excellent. It has been a pleasure. And of course, the fellow members of the jury. It has been a pleasure to listen to each one of the participants. And it is extremely difficult to uh, make judgments that differentiate between them because each of them have been very, very assertive, full of confidence, uh, and made made several not only just relevant but points that make you got me thinking about the relationship between technology and leisure. And so I would also like to thank you for making in some ways inducing thoughts that I never had before on the relationship between these two aspects of our life. um, I will not make any specific comments about performance of any particular participant. I wanted to just put forward two general points that struck me while I was listening to all of you. The first is that I do not know whether it is a generational thing, but since the title was technology and not digital technology, but somehow all participants took technology as digital technology. Now, if you just kind of think of even reading a book, unless there was printing technology, reading a physical book wouldn't have been possible. So it is not about what I think the debate could have been actually called digital technology and leisure. And technology has far more widespread. So what we think is not technological is also technological in some way or the other. So this is one thing that I thought I would put up for some thinking. And the second that I would like to say is, when we talk about leisure, leisure is not neutral to our positions in society, and I did not think that part addressed at all. So, for example, women who are working but then have to come back home and, let us say, cook or do other domestic chores, uh, their the amount of leisure that they would have in their lives would be much more than, let us say, men who don't have to do so because of social convention. So, some sort of addressing of the social concerns beyond, let us say, simply health would have, I think, enhanced the content as far as delivery and other pronunciation, etc. It is excellent, and I am amazed by the confidence of such young people. Many, many congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable inputs. Next, I invite Ms. Gurjeet Kaur to share her thoughts with us.
Very good evening to all the participants and the judges. First of all, I would like to extend my congratulations to all the debaters for their hard work and dedication. Today's debate was engaging and demonstrated a high level of skill from all the participants. The level of confidence and clarity in delivery from the participants were commendable. Madam Charanshri has added very relevant points, and I think that the students will take the feedback and abide by what she has said. But I was impressed by the level of research and preparation that went into the argument presented by each participant. And all the participants showcased a deep understanding of the topic, though it was digital technology. But if they did a good job by doing a thorough research on the topic digital technology, which and they presented well structured arguments around that. And the use of evidence and examples to support points was also commendable. And particularly the interjectors, I would like to address the interjectors. The interjection plays a very crucial role in the dynamics of a debate, adding depth and interactivity to the discussion. And the interjectors framed their points, timing, and relevance. They framed their questions very concisely and respectfully. And uh, they did a commendable job in maintaining the balance between the value, adding value to the debate and respect towards the speaker by asking questions very respectfully and concisely. And before I conclude, I would like to extend my heartiest appreciation and congratulations to the teachers and the organizers who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to prepare the participants for today's debate. And dear participants, while there's always room for improvement, you all should be proud of your performance today. And thank you once again to all the participants, organizers, and my fellow judges for making this debate a successful and enjoyable event. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am, for your words of appreciation and encouragement. I now request Mrs. Usha Uday Shankar to inspire the participants.
Good evening to my fellow members of the jury, the teachers, and I would definitely call them esteemed participants. Thank you so much, Ms. Ajita. After what Ma'am Chirashri and Gurjeet ma'am have said, I think all the judges would definitely agree with me if I say that it's been a tough job even marking these students, because I was totally engrossed in how they were talking at their age. If they are able to stand in front of even a camera and speak so eloquently, fluently, and understand the topic so beautifully, itself is a great marvel. And I'm so proud that today the education system is encouraging students to participate in such competitions, elocution, declamation, and debate. I'm sure the participants are going to be mighty thrilled that they posed a very tough contest for us as judges to mark them. And teachers who have helped the students prepare for this competition, a huge shout out to all of you. You've done your best, you've given them your best also. And to the students, you are all unbelievable. Thank you so much. And I'm proud that I'm privileged to be here to listen to these students. I wish everyone the very best for Delhi Public School, whichever branch of Delhi Public School this is. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your delicious words. Finally, I call upon Mr. Raja Ravi Shankar to enrich the audience with his words.
It seems I'm the youngest of the judges. Thank you for inviting me. And seeing all these young fellows, I think every judge has to say the same thing. So to differ, the way they speak definitely shows how much rehearsal they have had, how much practices that they have had so far. Because to speak is easy, but to cut down and the exact time is it won't come. Doesn't matter who you are, it won't come without precise practicing. So any number of hours that you've spent before behind the screens, you owe it to yourself, your teachers, and your parents for putting in such a place. Right now, you have 51 students watching it on YouTube. I don't know how many are watching in big screen in your schools, but I wish and hope more students watch this. I will not say which participant, but one of the participants, the point that that a particular participant told, tomorrow I'm going to share it with my final year engineering students, because this point was extremely new as a content for me. And I wish, I'm sure engineering students doesn't know this. The amount of research and work which you have done is excellent. In terms of tone, definitely you can pass for a Shakespearean play. So you have this high kind of stuff. You can slow it down and mellow it down also. You can speak casual also. I have one small request for everybody who is listening to me. Some of the participants have left. I think they're a bit hungry and late evening here. So can you all switch on your camera for 1 second? I wish to take a screenshot so that I can put it on my page that I was a part of you. I want to see all your faces. Can you all just switch on, everybody? Students, where are you? Still, I shall wait for 1 second.
I
Smile,
don't
please.
think any students are here.
Yeah,
We
I think
are
they
just
left. They might be a
participants
bit hungry. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you. It's a tough decision to be a judge with you all people. They're all competitively well. Thank you for the teachers and the parents. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all for your words of wisdom. I'm sure that our students will benefit immensely from them. It is said that it is better to debate a question without settling it than to settle a question without debating it. Today, we have done just that, and we are thankful to the enthusiastic young debaters who took the floor with passion and conviction. But all good things come to an end, so this brilliant meet should conclude too. As we depart today...
Ajita, sorry for interrupting. You were fantastic. You did a very good job.
You spoke for all of us.
Yes, I completely second that, and I want to really register my appreciation for Ms. Ajita.
Thank you, everyone. As we depart today, we do so with warm memories and rich learning experiences. I take this opportunity to extend my earnest thanks to our judges for sparing their valuable time and inspiring us with their presence and sagacity. I also thank parents for their unwavering support. I would fall short in my duty if I didn't mention the efforts of all the persevering participants who brought forth some divergent views on the topic and agreed to disagree with firmness and grace. And of course, deserving of my thanks are those students who tried their best to be a part of this contest, but remained just a notch below the finalists. I'm sure they will grace and ace the contest next time. Competitions are profound teachers, unraveling our latent potential and uncovering invaluable hidden gems within us. I eagerly look forward to our continued rendezvous on this platform, nurturing an environment that extracts the best from each of us. I extend my commendation to all the participants who exerted their utmost effort and delivered a captivating performance in the competition. Representing Delhi Public School, Patna, were Abhinav Ranjan, Ridhima Kashyap, and Nyasa. From Pune, Bhargav Chaudhary, Sarika Rath, and Amrush Tare. From Ludhiana, Ekam Sodhi, Ridha Khurana, and Yashita Sopti. And participating from Coimbatore were Trifosa, Adirai, and Devi Nandana. The results of today's competition will be published on the school website tomorrow morning. So stay tuned. With this, I take your leave and wish you a wonderful evening ahead. Thank you.